Hello, everybody. I think it's working. Yes, it's working. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I think it is. Oh, yes, the counter was stuck on 0 for ages and then jumped to 8. So that was 8 seconds of me saying nothing and looking vacant. I apologise. Hello, welcome. How is everybody this afternoon? I'm jealous because I've just seen in the chat that somebody's got a gin and tonic and I have only got a Coke Zero. That's unexciting, isn't it? I'd rather that. Not only gin and tonic, nibbles as well. Amazing. Right, who have we got here today? We've got 49 people watching already. And first in was Elaine Davis-Phillips. Good afternoon. Drogner, that's Leslie. Hi, Leslie. JD, setting up the ironing board. I've done some ironing today as well. Oh, Dawn Gardner's here. Lovely to see you, Dawn. How are you? Kirsten's here. Hello, Kirsten. Looking forward to chatting to you tomorrow. Julie Pearson. Little Chicks, who's got her gin and tonic. I'm jealous. Kate Lahane from Ireland. Hello. Adele Jones from North Wales. Julie Bryan from Cornwall. Mandy Russell. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Mandy, I'm just going to make you a moderator if you don't mind. So if there's any unpleasant comments, you have the power to... I think I've done it. Let me... yeah, I've made you a moderator, so if there's any comments, you can just click to the right of them and get rid of them for me. Thank you. Kirsten's in as well, so she can do it as well. But actually, can I do that for you as well, Tina, if you don't mind? I'm just going to make Tina Mallinson one as well. So Tina, hi. Joan is here. Hello. Anna A from Chesham in Buckinghamshire. Paper and Twine. I was reading Paper and Twine. I don't know your real name, sorry, but I was watching one of your videos earlier. Wilco's Hall and B&M Hall. I enjoyed watching. So thank you for that. Janice Travis from Leicester. Hello. Miss Mary H. Dream. Cream soda here. Oh, cream soda. I haven't had a cream soda for years. Just a sec. I just need to put the line down because typically, having been dull and grey here all day, is that one gonna? Yeah, that one will work. It might be a bit dark, but yeah, that's better, I think. Next time, let's all have an afternoon drink. Well, I think, Tina, what I'm going to do is on Friday, I'm going to do a 5:30 live stream in the afternoon and have a gin and tonic. Let's all have a gin and tonic on Friday afternoon at 5:30. Does that sound good? My brother is in again. Hello, Nick. How are you? Torella Steele, hi, how are you? Gail McGregor, hello from Ontario. I always think of Ontario as really cold. Is it snowing there, Gail? It's probably not at all, but I just have a picture of Ontario being chilly and snowy. Moira from Australia. My goodness, we're from all corners of the globe this afternoon, aren't we? Fantastic. Debbie Tomlinson. I've just jumped up again. Let me see if I can go back to where I was before. Yes, just got it. Jill Woolley, B. Max, Sam's Adventures. Hi, Sam. Yvonne Gilman from Berkshire. Julia from Birmingham. Joan Hannah from Dumfries. How are you, Joan? Diane Davis. Can't stay, but hello. Lovely to see you, Diane. On again at 10:30 tomorrow morning if you're free with Kirsten. Susan Craig from Northern Ireland. Gaynor Chaplin, I love your channel. Thank you very much, Gaynor. Diane Brinklow, Jackie Sandy, Mandy Russell Power. Don't let it go to your head, Mandy. Hi, Jane Friel. How are you? Jane's from Ireland as well. Lots of the Irish contingent in today. Jilly from Hemel Hempstead, Chessie from Merseyside. I might have said you already. I can't remember. Hello, Caroline Nolan. How are you? Debbie Ann from the Midlands, Maureen Chevry from Prince Edward Island, Canada. What's the weather like there, Maureen? I'd like to know. Jan W, Moira Malloy from Birmingham, another Gaynor, Alison Swaby, first live stream ever. Welcome, Alison. I hope you enjoy it. Helen from sunny Margate. Margate, that's the right way to say it, isn't it? I'm rounding off so many names, I can't pronounce anything. Nick's here. Hello, Nick. How are you? Are you well? I was watching you the other day. Oh, my goodness, that's William messengering. He's going to be horrified. Should we answer him? Hello? Don't say anything rude because I'm streaming live on the internet. Well, shall I speak to you later?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll speak to you later. Have a good stream.
Thank you. Bye. Bless him. That's my son, for anybody who doesn't know. Where did we get to? Dawn's not sure about the gin on Friday as it's early morning here. Yeah, that might be a little bit inappropriate for, I don't know what time it is, 5 o'clock. Are you like 8 hours behind, Dawn, or something like that? Anne Baker from Lancashire, I think you're the first one in from Lancashire. Shirley Rosalie from the Northeast Bronx. Wendy M, hi. Jeanette, made it, hi. Nick's keeping busy. That's good to hear, Nick. I've been enjoying. I haven't watched you for a while, but I have no offense. But I have been enjoying Andrea's new channel very much. I've really been enjoying her new videos. Stacey Morris from Oklahoma. Welcome, Stacey. South Wales, Ebervale, South Wales. Did you know I lived in Wales for a while? I was at uni in Wales, Polytechnic in those days, actually, in Pontypridd. I had a great 2 years there. Pamela Barker. Hi, Pam. We've been feeding the ducks. Somebody told me I shouldn't feed ducks bread recently. I don't know how true that is. Apparently it swells up in their stomachs, but who knows? Joyce from Missouri, how are you? Dumpster Diving Debs from East Sussex. Oh, someone's in from Hawaii. How lovely. Golden Tally from Hawaii. Oh, I'd like to be in Hawaii now, wouldn't you? Patricia De Freitas, Kathy M. Right, I will stop with the hellos now. Lovely to see you. Oh, Bronwyn from beautiful Northumberland and Julie from West Yorkshire. That's my last two. Let's talk about something, shall we? Ashley had his jab this morning. His first jab. He was due to have his last week. I think I told you in my weekly vlog, and he ended up being offered one. He had to go to Exeter to one of the mass vaccination centres, and he was offered one here if he waited a week. So he decided to do that and had his this morning. He had the AstraZeneca one, and so far he's all right. Who else has had the AstraZeneca one and been feeling a bit ropey afterwards? Because my brother and his wife both had their AstraZeneca one on Sunday and both felt ropey with sort of flu-y symptoms, but they're both now. So Molly Holman Travels. Hello, Caroline. Got on the P&O cruise yesterday after an hour and a half wait to get through. Oh, well done. Is that on the Iona, Molly? No vaccines in Italy. I've got a viewer who lives in Italy who has had a vaccine, I think. She's about my age, Lorna. I don't know if she's in today or not, but sure she said she'd had one of them. Linda felt ropey for 2 days. Julie's husband had partner had a bad headache. Oh, William's in now as well. All my family only watch me on the internet now. Oh, my brother's still ill. Oh, that's man flu though, isn't it? I thought you said you felt better this morning when I inquired in our family group chat. Have you gone downhill since then? I've just had a message from Carla. Oh my God, you actually hate me. Literally, that's the end of the hellos just as I turned up. Yeah, Carla, I deliberately thought that you would be coming in. So I thought, right, I'm not speaking to her. I'm not just going to ignore her. I'm very sorry. At least you made it on time today and managed to get here before the end. So well done for that. Oh, Nick's gone downhill again. So I hope you feel better soon, Nick. Anyway, oh, she's messaging me again. Look, there's chat coming in, there's messages coming in, there's video chats coming in. You wouldn't believe I've literally spent the last 2 hours doing nothing, sitting watching television, and nobody's called, nobody's phoned. Honestly, you try and do something and then everybody wants your attention, don't they? I think it's just called Andrea Hills, Debs. Debs just asked what Andrea's new channel is. Tell Carla I love her channel as well. Tina loves your channel as well, Carla, if you're listening. Oh, Carla's watching with her mum. Hi, Carla's mum. How are you? Are you feeling better now? Just watched Carla's video this morning and you were rushed off to hospital in the middle of the night. I mean, that's the most exciting thing that's happened this year, isn't it? Did you meet any good doctors? Anyone good looking? Oh. Anyway, I hope you're feeling better now. Lots of people who had the AZ vaccine and had nausea. Hubby had Moderna and had more of a reaction than my Pfizer. Yeah, I feel like more people have had got reactions from the AstraZeneca. Certainly I had nothing other than a bit of a sore arm from the Pfizer one. Dawn, how popular do you feel? Oh, very popular at the moment. Not so much 2 hours ago when I was on the sofa feeling bored and lonely. Is there snow forecast in the UK on the weekend? I don't. That's certainly not here, I don't think. Let me check my weather app for you. It's 12 degrees here at the moment. No, definitely no snow here, but maybe somewhere up north. The lowest it's going to go down to is 2 degrees. But lots of rain forecast here, so that's nice, isn't it? That's something to look forward to. I wondered if when we got to the anniversary of the lockdown, we'd have the same as when it went into lockdown last year, which was just glorious sunshine for 3 months. Wouldn't that be nice? But apparently not. What were we going to talk about? Oh, I'll tell you what I'll talk about. I've been thinking that I might get a tablet. I used to have an iPad years ago, and then I had an iPad mini, and I really liked them. And then I replaced them with a laptop because I felt like a laptop would be more useful. And I use the laptop all the time. I've had it about like 6 years now, something like that, I want to say. And I've had it for about 6 years, and the battery life is gradually dying, but I use it every day. But I mostly use it for watching YouTube and watching TV. It's like a really expensive television, really. And because the battery life is really dying, and it's eventually going to give up the ghost and not work without the plug at all, as all laptop batteries do, I was thinking maybe I should get an iPad or a tablet to watch instead and save the laptop's battery for... I used to use the laptop for more stuff when I went away more, when in the days we'd go on holiday and travel and go to places. I used to always take the laptop with me. When I'm stuck at home all the time, I tend to use the desktop, obviously. So I felt like I might save the laptop for best type of thing when I actually need it to do laptop-y stuff like video editing and that sort of stuff, rather than just watching television. So I thought I might get a tablet. And then I was looking at iPads, and bloody hell, aren't iPads expensive? When did they get so expensive? So I thought I might get another type. I mean, I'm an Apple girl, really, but I can't really justify the cost of an iPad just to watch television on. So does anybody use a tablet that's not an iPad that they would recommend that's slightly cheaper? Because I feel like it's a lot of money to spend on an iPad just to watch television on. Joan's saying iPad is worth the money. So William saying Surface Pro. William, Surface is more expensive than an iPad. I was looking at them, unless you know something I don't. Joan, I do tend to agree that an iPad's worth the money, but the trouble is I wouldn't use all the functions on it. That's what sort of I'm feeling like I'd just rather get something cheaper. So Samsung Galaxy 8.4. I was looking at a Samsung Galaxy earlier on, Shirley, and it looked like the screen was much smaller than an iPad. Will says they've got a new lower spec coming out. Oh, do you know how much that's going to be? Is it going to be less than an iPad? Because is that what you have, Will, a Surface? Just discussing with my son. Rather. My daughter bought me an iPad Pro for my 60th last week. Yeah, that's the one where you can draw with the pen, is it? Am I right? Well, I don't really understand the difference between an iPad Pro and an iPad Air. Leslie's got I never know how to pronounce that. Huawei T9. Now, that's more the type of thing I'm thinking of. I might look into that. Let me just write that down, because I'll never remember it by the time we get to the end of this. Huawei T9. A Lenovo Android. That sounds like I'm thinking of Lenore. I'm thinking it's a washing machine. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm going to write it down anyway. Lenovo washing machine tablet. Lenovo Android. I went from Samsung to iPad, and I prefer the iPad. Yeah, I would. In an ideal world, I would definitely prefer the iPad. I know that I would prefer the iPad, definitely, because I'm an Apple guy. Everything's Apple Watch, iPhone. I might end up getting the iPad Air. I don't know. Oh, William's saying Surface Go 3. Let me talk to you about the Surface after this. Well, anyway, I won't pay anything over $300 for a tablet. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Shirley. I feel like, I've got a MacBook, Julie, but I wanted a tablet and keep the MacBook for not watching television. That's the thing. Anyway, so that's my tablet dilemma today. I've wasted most of the day talking or looking at tablets on the internet. Now I'm going to have a moan about the Royal Mail. Let's talk about the Royal Mail. I had to send a letter last week by recorded delivery to do with we had to send a letter to request a refund for the cruise that has been cancelled for the deposit we've paid. And I sent it first class recorded delivery last Tuesday. Hello, Joan, how are you? And it still hasn't arrived. I'm checking the tracking every single day and it still hasn't arrived. And I sent it again today, which was another £2.50 or something. Side note here, yesterday, for the first time for a very long time, I went and bought a book of first class stamps, 10 first class stamps, and 10 second class stamps. And when they asked me for almost £20, I nearly fell through the floor. I think it's a long time since I went and bought a stamp. Somehow you don't notice it when you, I don't know, it just felt very expensive. £18.12 it was. It's like, sorry, how much? So I've got a couple of quid out of my purse ready to pay. Anyway, back to the Royal Mail. This thing still hasn't arrived, so I sent another copy of it today. And it appears that letters are just very, very troublesome. There's lots of forums and websites where people are complaining about the Royal Mail. And I don't send a lot of stuff by Royal Mail. I send the occasional parcel, but I do send an awful lot by Hermes. And I have to say, touch wood, touch my head because I've got no wood. Hermes have been absolutely brilliant recently with parcels. Really quick, really efficient. Watch them lose 5 things I've just sent out today. Now I said that. But I can't understand how a courier and the other couriers that I use as well, occasionally DPD, UPS, are all super, no complaints at all. But the Royal Mail, and this isn't the first thing, they've also lost 2 other things, smaller parcels since that I've sent since Christmas, just never got delivered. I mean, you can claim them back, but it's just a pain, So how can the couriers do such a good job and the Royal Mail can't seem to deliver something even if it's recorded? It seems wrong to me, particularly if it's recorded. That I feel like they ought to make more effort to deliver it. And anyway, I sent my nephew a birthday card. It took more than a week to arrive. God, that's terrible, isn't it? Yeah. I bought a mobile so I can type my listings faster than my phone. I don't understand how people could do eBay listings on phones. I know people do. People who run their whole business from an iPhone. I just couldn't imagine it. I'm a desktop lister myself. I'm receiving parcels, but we seem to get 1 delivery of letters a week. You see, our deliveries here have been okay. I'm not sure they deliver every day. I think probably they deliver every other day, but everything seems to be getting through. I certainly haven't been missing anything. Amazon have been a bit slower recently, but I imagine everybody's buying stuff from Amazon. I haven't really got a bad word to say about Amazon deliveries. They've been very good for me all the way through the pandemic. So Dave, our Hermes guy, 5 stars, says Melanie. Yeah, we've had a change of Hermes guys, and the old one was really good. He used to open the door and pop the parcel in, and very reliable. The new one, not so much. He's quite fond of slinging the parcel vaguely in the direction of the door, but mostly they're all right, I have to say. But yeah, for my deliveries, they've been really good, the ones that I send out. I've had JD's had 2 Hermes parcels go missing this week. Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it? And they always seem to come with Hermes in groups, don't they? You know, it's never just one. It seems to be. I had about half a dozen all in one go last year that were obviously just in one delivery, and they never found them. I'm livid about it. I've got over it since then because they've been quite good. I stopped using them for a while after that, but anyway, I'm receiving parcels, but we seem to get one delivery of letters a week. I think I've just read that out, actually, haven't I? And answered it. I paid £6 for next day delivery. Took 3 days. Not happy. That's terrible. I'm sure you could get your money back if that was a special delivery one. Yeah, that's not good at all. Special delivery is guaranteed by 1 p.m. the next day, isn't it? Wonder why Amazon can bring me lip gloss in 24 hours, but a card takes a week for a few miles. Yeah, absolutely. I quite agree, Dawn. It's madness, isn't it? Flowers were nearly dead by the time they arrived. That's shocking as well. Certainly, I sent some flowers to my mum for Mother's Day, and I think they were Royal Mail delivery ones, but they were really good, she said. So that was good. I'm pleased about that. There's no money in letters anymore. Well, funnily enough, Julie, I said to Ashley on the phone, I was telling him I'd posted the letter again because it hadn't arrived, another copy of it. And I said, if it doesn't get there this time, we'll send it by Hermes in a parcel. That's one way, isn't it? Matalan are really slow. What, to deliver, Denise? I've only ever ordered stuff online from Matalan when it's been delivery to store, and I have to say, I agree. I felt like it took a long time to get there after I ordered it. We sent government registered mail Canada Post, and the docs ended up at the wrong address on the other side of Canada. Oh my God. Canada Post redirected. Oh, well, that's good. At least they redirected it. 2 greetings cards to the same address on different occasions went missing. Could be a dodgy postman. Yes, it's weird when it's the same address, isn't it? Hi, Rose. How are you? Thank you for all those stars. Lovely. London deliveries have been excellent. My Hermes lady had her car stolen with all her parcels in it while she was out delivering. Oh, my God. That's terrible. Poor woman. God, that's really bad, isn't it? Have you tried carrier pigeon? Might be an idea, that, mightn't it? So what's everybody think, changing the subject then, about these vaccine wars that seem to be going on, with Europe saying they're going to, the EU saying they're going to block the jabs from getting here? I have to say I'm kind of in 2 minds about it, because it does make sense that everybody around the world gets vaccinated, doesn't it? There's not an awful lot of point us all being vaccinated if everywhere else if you can't go anywhere else in the world because everybody's still got coronavirus type of thing, and they can't come here, and for many, many reasons it would be problematic, wouldn't it? However, we did put loads and loads of money into the, what's the word I'm looking for, the development of the jab, didn't we? The AstraZeneca jab, and we placed orders first. So I feel like I can see both sides. I can understand why Europe want more vaccinations for themselves, but they should have bloody ordered them, shouldn't they? Really, I'd have thought. I don't know. It is a difficult one. I can see both sides of it, but yeah, and that's all I've got to say on that, really. I can see both sides of it and why it makes sense, but I feel like, yeah, it is political, Kim, you're right. And, you know, the Brexit became such a polarizing thing, didn't it? Nobody would back down either way, would they, at all? And everybody thought they were right, and it was just one of those things that nobody was ever going to agree on. And I feel like it felt like it hung over us for so long, didn't it? And yeah, just hung over us for so long, didn't it? That it was kind of good when at least it got. I'm not saying the results of it have been great as yet, but or may not be ever. I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not running the country, but at least it's sort of done and dusted now, isn't it, after hanging over us for so long. Unfortunately, all the EU countries hate us. Well, they probably want us to go and spend all their money there on tourism, don't they? So, yeah, whilst they possibly do, I suspect that we all need each other, really. So we probably should, I don't know, we probably should all just try and get on, shouldn't we? They should try and work out something that works for everybody. Sue says, would it be possible to attach the letter to an email? Yeah, it would, but it's got to be sent in print as well, legally, in order to prove that it's been sent, because you can't prove that they've received an email. I can prove with a tracking number that they've received it if I send it by letter. But yeah, I agree. Sending it by email would be much, much easier. Nab the jab, says Jeanette. All countries need to come up to speed so the world can mingle again. Exactly, Jilly. That is kind of how it is, isn't it? Anna says, being of Italian extraction, I can tell you it's purely political. The Italians also want the vote to leave, but their government is against it. They hate us. No foreign travel allowed after Monday. I thought there wasn't any foreign travel allowed anyway. At the moment, my understanding is there's not any foreign travel allowed. I wish there blooming was, I can tell you. It's horrendous. Everybody deserves the COVID jab. Yeah, absolutely, everybody does. And I think we will get there, or the world will get there, but it needs to be more. I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Nobody expected a global pandemic, to misquote something or other. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Is that Monty Python, isn't it? Monty Python. I think it means holidays that people are hoping to take. Oh, right. Yes. Well, holidays. Let's talk about holidays, shall we? Or not holidays, as the case may be. I think the title of this live stream, which I can't see on my screen, was what was it? It was something to do with looking forward and what we're looking forward to and all of that sort of thing. And I think after reflecting back yesterday on what the last year's been like, I was sort of thinking we'd think a little bit more about moving forward and what we're looking forward to and all of that sort of thing. And I feel like there is a lot to look forward to. There really is. When it will be, I don't know. Well, I mean, we hope we know when some of it is, don't we? And one of the things that I'm really looking forward to, really looking forward to, is going to the pub on a Friday night after work. We didn't used to do that every week, but it was something we did probably once every couple of weeks or once every 3 weeks. And it just marked the end of the working week. It was something we used to do years and years ago before we had William. Friday night was pub night, and then didn't for years and years. And then we just really started it again in the last couple of years since Will's gone to uni. And we really enjoy it. It just marks the end of the working week. We go and meet friends. It's only in the local Wetherspoons. It's not exciting. And with some of the people Ashley works with come as well. And it's just a nice end of the working week, bit of socialising, nothing big or major. Sometimes we have something to eat, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just have a couple of drinks. And I have really missed that. And I think it's just the social aspect of it that I'm really thinking about a lot. You know, that would be nice to get back to that. Definitely very much looking forward to Friday nights out again. And then, of course, the other thing I'm looking forward to is seeing my friends. I mean, I've been lucky. I've been able to see my parents because of the respite care aspect of it. And they're also, you know, I don't know how my parents would have managed without being able to see us. So, and my brother and his wife as well, obviously. So I've been lucky, and I know loads of you haven't seen your families, and I just can't wait for everybody to be able to see their families and hug them, and us all to go back to normal social family gatherings and not think about, oh, will there be more than six of it? You know, the days of the rule of six feel like absolute joy. I mean, they weren't great at the time, the rule of six, was it? But looking back now, it's like utter freedom. But, you know, just imagine the days coming when you can have 20 friends and family round for a barbecue without worrying about it or thinking, oh, I can't do that, or is that too many people, or who should we invite and who should we leave out. Think about Christmas when you can just do whatever you want and see all the people and all of that lovely unrestricted life that we never appreciated until we didn't have it. Just desperately want that again. So, and I think that it will come back, obviously, but little by little, I think we'll see that change this year, and that will be so nice, won't it, to see that again. And now, I've always been a massive fan of internet shopping. I love internet shopping. Living where I do, we don't have a massive choice of things in the shops. That it's been lovely to be able to get things that before the advent of internet shopping, I probably couldn't, living down here, unless I took a trip to London or something. And I love internet shopping. However, I was saying to Kirsten this morning on Messenger, even me, the world's biggest fan of internet shopping, is so over internet shopping at this point. I cannot wait to go to an actual shop. I think I said this yesterday. And touch things for sale and look at actual things and buy them, and just walking around Primark and looking at things, or I was going to say around Debenhams, but not around Debenhams, Marks and Spencer's, the home department, or all the lovely department stores, and all the White Company, going and walking through the door of the White Company, that lovely smell all their shops have. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I think just going to an actual shop. It's the lack of, what's the word, the senses, you know, the smells and the sights and the feelings and everything. You don't get that from buying something through a screen. We are going to go shopping crazy, Kirsten. We really are, absolutely. I can see lots of people talk about holidays. I'm going to come on to holidays in a bit. Yes, we're going to go shopping crazy. And I think one other thing that I'm really going to try and do more than I did before, have tried to do this a bit through the pandemic when the shops have actually been open, is support local businesses and the local high street more. Our local high street has been decimated through COVID, and the amount of empty shops is growing every day. And I just really would like to see, I would like to be able to support local businesses more. So that's something I'm going to really endeavour to do a lot more in the coming months and years, I guess. Right, let me just scroll quickly back up through. I'm looking forward to 2020 Christmas dinner turkeys in the freezer. Sorry, Sue, that really made me laugh. I'm sure it will be just as nice when you get it out. Are you waiting till the family join you or something? Right. I'm just looking back up, but to where I met. So I've been to 2 routine hospital appointments and I feel like I've been on holiday. Joan, I know exactly what you mean. When I went to the dentist the other week, I chatted to the dentist. It was a new dentist. I chatted to the receptionist. I chatted to the nurse. Oh, it felt like a whole social event. By the time I got home, I felt quite buoyed up. And it wasn't even a good dental appointment. It was awful. And my hairdresser's just phoned me today because I got an appointment on the 13th of April and said, oh, you have to come in for a patch test for your colour. It's a new thing, so because I think I've seen this all over Facebook as well. Everybody who has their hair coloured now has to have a patch test if you've had the jab, because it can apparently change your reaction to hair dye. And she said, could I come in next week? They're doing 2 days of patch tests at 10:30 on Wednesday next week. And I put it in my diary. I said to her, I'm quite excited writing this into my diary. It's like an actual thing in my diary for next week. I'm going to have a patch test. So that's quite exciting. Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Even a meal and a drink out. Yeah, absolutely, Rose. Quite agree. Jilly's looking forward to going to the beach with her dog or taking mum out for lunch. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Going out with a friend for lunch. Yeah, so nice. Hoping my daughter will be getting married in October. Oh, I'm going to keep everything crossed for you, Denise. I reckon by October you'll be all right. I think so, yeah. I got a holiday booked for Cornwall in June. I hope we can go. I reckon Cornwall's a better bet than somewhere in Europe in June, Lorraine. So I will keep my fingers crossed for that as well. Going to the pub, says Lucy Lou. Going to a concert again and singing my heart out with everyone else. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing and hugging close friends and family. Me and my mum are very huggy people. I've only managed to hug her once since all this started. I have to say, I do hug my parents when I see them. I can't not. I didn't the first time for the first 2 times I saw them, I think, but I can't not. And it is what it is, isn't it? It's sad when you actually look forward to going to the supermarket. Do you know, I'm going to the supermarket tomorrow and I've been excited about it all day today. I've been thinking about it. And do you know, I might even treat myself to a trip to Home Bargains as well. Haven't been there since the beginning of this lockdown, which would be even more exciting. I'm just thinking about the candle shelf in there. I wonder what candles they will have. Hopefully see my grandchildren soon. It's been 10 months now. Oh, Rose, that's such a long time, isn't it? Joan hasn't seen any of her family for over a year. God, Joan, that's awful. It's so difficult, isn't it? Early retirement at the end of April last year. Still haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone in person. God, somebody was in yesterday who had been working from home for a year, I think she said. And she said she couldn't imagine going back to the office now. Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Interested about the patch test. Yes, I had read about it on Facebook, Gail, and I didn't realise it was everybody, but apparently it is, according to my hairdresser. Apparently the hairdressing guidance body, she did tell me what they were called, I can't remember what, but hairdressing council or whatever have advised everybody that patch tests have to be done. And Mandy's going to Home Bargains tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to Home Bargains tomorrow. They better lock up their candles. They better had lock up their candles, sure. Kat's that's a good one, Kat. Looking forward to getting out of leggings and wearing something nice. I have to say, I've never been so disinterested in clothes as I have been this last lockdown. Less and less and less interested in clothes every day that goes past. I think I said yesterday that if it wasn't for doing this, I would not be putting on my makeup every day. So that's a good thing because it does make me put on my makeup. God, look at my roots. They're terrible, aren't they? I'm also looking forward to, and here's another thing related to shopping, looking forward to filming Shop With Me videos again. I really used to enjoy doing those, and I feel like I think I managed to do 1 or 2 last year, and 1 or 2 last year, and that was it really, wasn't it? But yeah, just imagine being able to do 1 shop with me a month, which is what I used to do. That would be nice. Hoping that my interest in clothes revives once we're able to actually put on decent clothes and go to places and all of that kind of thing. Yeah. Lisa's just been told her daughter's just got engaged. How lovely, Lisa. Congratulations. What lovely news. That's exciting. Cass has been putting makeup. Oh yeah, you'll be putting makeup on tomorrow for our 10:30 live. I miss making those videos as well, Shirley. I really do. Denise, your dad died last month. Didn't see him for 7 weeks. He died on his own. So sad. I'm so sorry. There's just no words, is there? It's just awful. Yeah, really sad. Another thing, sorry, I didn't mean to sound as flippant as I did then, Denise. I apologise if that sounded flippant. One more thing that I will look forward to doing is charity shops and car boot sales. I didn't go to a single car boot sale the whole of last year. My local one wasn't on at all. And there was one that Kirsten went to that I sometimes used to go to, a Thursday one. I think you went a few times, didn't you, Kirsten? But I didn't go to it. I can't even remember why, really. But yes, I really want the car boot sales to be back on soon. That would be so nice to be able to go for them. For those who don't know, I source a lot of my eBay sales stuff from car boot sales. But charity shops as well, yes, I can't wait. I know at least 2 local charities have said they're reopening their local shops on the 12th of April, so that's good, because after the last long lockdown, won't say that on Friday when I've had a gin and tonic. After the last long lockdown, the charity shops were really slow to reopen. I guess they had to get their social distancing stuff sorted out. I went to the doctor's to have stitches removed, so the makeup got put on and the fancy non-loungewear clothes came out. You see, you've got to take your kicks where you can get them these days, haven't you? I'll be dressing up for my patch test next week at the hairdressers. And as for my second jab, might go a fancy dress. Not really. Hate fancy dress. Hello, Barbara from Madrid. How are you? So that is all the things I'm going to be looking forward to now. Not just before. Now we're going to talk about holidays or lack thereof. I know somebody said they had a holiday booked in. I know Molly's got a cruise booked, one of the staycation cruises that P&O are doing, and somebody else said they had a holiday booked in June to Cornwall. Has anybody got a foreign holiday booked at the moment? I have got friends who are booking. I think people are booking up holidays for next year now. Friend of mine has booked a cruise in New York stay for November 2022. That's a long time. She's getting excited about it already. She said, I just needed something to look forward to. So she's booked that. And a couple of other. Oh, Sophie's in. Hello, Sophie. Sophie is my niece. Fingers crossed we can go on holiday. Yes, I'm hoping so, Sophie, very much. Mrs. P has got a Kefalonia holiday booked for September. Don't know whether it will happen or not. Well, we have got a holiday booked. I think I said this before as well. We've got our trip to Greece booked at the end of September, beginning of October. We can cancel it. We will lose the money for the flights if it doesn't go, but the flights were quite cheap anyway. But we can cancel the hotel portion of it 2 weeks before with no. We won't lose any money. There's no, oh God, what am I trying to say here? It's hassle. No, you know what I mean. Anyway, you know what I mean. Lisa's going to Zante on the 5th of September. I reckon Lisa Larsen's got the 21st of June to Fuerteventura. I don't know about that one. Do you reckon? Maybe. Who knows? I just want to go on the pier in London, though, and get some chips. That sounds good to me. I mean, if I get excited about a trip to get a patch test done for my hair dye, a trip to the pier in London, and chips, it's like a fortnight in the Maldives, isn't it? These days, it's the equivalent of. So yeah, we've got this holiday booked in September, but if it doesn't go ahead, it's not the end of the world. We obviously had last year with my family, we had a holiday booked to Cyprus in July, which got cancelled. But also and I've told you this before as well, before the pandemic started, we booked a cruise for this year for our family holiday, which also got moved to later in the year, and then just recently has been cancelled. And so we're wanting to do something else with the family this year, but we just don't know what to do, we're going to definitely wait till the announcement on the 12th of April. We're not doing anything before then, but I feel like everything is getting booked up so quickly. So it's like, do you book something in this country? And even booking something in this country, we've been looking at options. My sister-in-law was looking yesterday, and things are getting really super booked up. We were talking about August, and things are getting super booked up, which in one way is really good for this country because it's for the hospitality business that has been absolutely kicked in the teeth so badly by this pandemic. If they had a really good season and were able to get good prices and be really full this year, that has to be a good thing for our hospitality industry, doesn't it? So, that's a sort of silver lining to the cloud, isn't it? But I feel like maybe towards the end of this year we might be able to get a holiday, but I'm certainly not planning on an Easter trip to anywhere overseas. Let's put it like this. Sorry, I just need to blow my nose. Hate doing that on camera. You wouldn't believe the amount of blowing of my nose that I edit out of videos generally. Edith had a Viking cruise booked for 2020, but we're now looking at 2023 for rebooking. Yeah, I believe cruises are getting really booked. I guess because people have shunted their bookings rather than fight to get their deposits back, that they're just moving them forward and forward and forward, which again is good for the cruise industry because they'll be full, so there's that, isn't there? But hello, Heather, how are you? I enjoyed your haul the other day. You're lucky to be able to source stock when we're in lockdown. I was a bit jealous, actually, I have to say. You got some nice things. So yeah, that's where we are with holidays. We have got a couple of nights away booked in Dorchester for the week that the hotels reopen, hospitality reopens. We're going to the same hotel that we went to in December, which I never showed you on Vlogmas because I didn't put the video up because it was the day that Boris told everybody that Christmas was going to be cancelled, and I thought I just can't. I'm just not the right thing to do. Is it? Oh, here's me in a hotel having a great time. Everybody else is not going to be able to have a Christmas. Well, none of us had a proper Christmas, did we? But yes, we're going back there. So I will video it this time so you can see it, presuming everything opens with a fair wind behind us, as they say. Just going through the rest of the chat. Really wanted to go to Italy this year, but just don't fancy lying in a sunbed with a mask at the ready. Yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it? Sort of paying for a holiday and then finding that there are social distancing and mask rules that are the same as it just wouldn't be quite the same, would it? I feel like there is that. I mean, we had to have a COVID test when we went to Greece last year when we got there, and after that as long as we stayed in the resort, we were allowed to walk around mask free unless we went in any of the resort shops, had to put a mask on them, which was absolutely fine. But there were rules for bigger groups around how many could sit at a table together. I think there was the rule of 6 in place, 6 maximum at a table, and they were quite strict at enforcing that. So I guess depending on what country you go to, it's going to be working within their rules, isn't it? Angela has 3 booked for the UK, week in a motorhome, 2 in log cabins with a hot tub, but the prices have shot up when I booked in January. From when I booked in January, not very fair for bookings now. I guess it's, I know what you mean, Angela, but I guess it's supply and demand, isn't it? And if people are willing to pay those prices, I guess that helps I'm sort of in two minds about it. I do feel like it's difficult. I can see both sides. I've been very on the fence today, haven't I? I feel like you have to be a little bit on the fence when you do this. You don't want to come down on one side or the other of anything too much. Anyway, I think that is it for today because my throat is getting quite dry and I need to go and call my son back, don't I? So how many people have we got in? 226 watching at the moment. If you have enjoyed, I would be very grateful if you would hit the thumbs up button. That would be very kind indeed. I'm back on tomorrow morning at 10:30 with Kirsten. We're going to be talking all things health and diet and wellness, middle-aged wellness. Doesn't that sound fun? So if you're free at 10:30 and you'd like to watch that, we will be here then. And Thursday, I'm not sure yet, but make a date for Friday, gin and tonic stream at maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. I'll see what I think is best, but something like that. So gin and tonic and nibbles on Friday to finish up the week, but I'm not sure about Thursday yet. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I immensely enjoyed it. Thank you to all those people in the chat. It was lovely being able to interact with you, sort of as it happens type of thing. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye.